I well remember the mood at the Euros when we saw, Simon, what happened to Christian Eriksen, and everybody thought, oh my God, just get him through the day. Get him through the day. Well, now, incredibly, he's back. And he's back in football, and he's joined Brentford, signing until the end of the season with the Bees. This was Eriksen a short time ago.
Hi everyone, it's Christian Eriksen. I'm happy to announce that I've signed for Brentford Football Club, and I can't wait to get started, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon.
I mean, Danny, what are Brentford going to get? Because it's largely unknown. Is this a Christian Eriksen that we know and love? Is it going to be the same kind of levels with Christian, or what are we going to get?
Well, I'm sure he's ticked all the boxes in terms of the heart condition. Otherwise, obviously, he wouldn't be risking that. So it's about how fit he is, how quickly he can adapt to the pace of the Premier League. One thing he's got is football intelligence. He doesn't rely on an amazing physicality. He's a clever footballer. He uses the ball well. So I think he might adapt quite quickly. I think he's one of those players who's really comfortable with the ball. He doesn't. He needs a team to play the right way. And watching Brentford, they do mix the game. They will play. They will get him the ball. So it can only be a positive thing. And a short-term contract, it's not that big a risk for Brentford.
No.
I think it makes sense.
And given the voice and the experience and the expertise that he brings to bear, it'll inspire other parts of the dressing room. Well, one thing that I do take away from it, and I don't want to be a curmudgeon, is this lack of consistency around the world about what is a safety measure that's being dealt with on players. You've got Sadio Mane playing in the African Cup of Nations with a head injury directly afterwards, whereas the protocols in this country don't allow that. You've got Christian Eriksen not being able to play in Europe, and he's able to play in the Premier League. And whilst I'm not suggesting that he should be able to play, and I think he'll be fine, and we hope he'll be fine, and I expect him to be fine, there does have to be a valuation of a player around the world. If FIFA are going to do anything rather than just writing cheques for themselves and trying to print money, maybe they should standardise the protocols around the world about how players' welfare. We should have Martin here with his little flag waving that particular one about player welfare.
You're right, more consistency.
Well, it does. You've got Liverpool saying we don't want you playing Sadio Mane because the protocols in domestic football are you have a head injury, you can't play the next game. Here he is playing the next game. You've got Christian Eriksen can't play in Europe, but the most competitive, hard and fast league says you can. We don't have 5 substitutes in this country. Everybody else does. It just seems to me to be a silly dynamic that football needs to grow up and mature and be a standardised business or not.
Too many organisations come into it, though,
the inconsistencies of it, it does seem a bit ludicrous when you're talking about players.
Too many vested interests, more to the case. If Sadio Mane has had a head injury, then he's had a head injury, and if the protocols have been proven that you should not be played in the next game, it shouldn't be that the Senegalese are able to play him.
No.
Because they want to.
That's a good point.
Just on Eriksen, Jim, I think it's also really important, and I think it's beneficial for any player at any stage to also be going to play for a manager he's played under before. He's coached him before. So I think that really helps that you've already got him on side. He's going to get him in. He's going to he's going to give him the game time.
But Danny, knowing the potential quality that Eriksen brings, are you surprised others weren't in for him?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. When you look at it from a financial,
he's a high-level performer.
But that's where I think it becomes
good for Brentford.
Well, that's where it becomes crucial that the manager's relationship with him was already there.
Yeah,
because one thing Eriksen doesn't want to do is go somewhere where he ends up being ostracised and sat on the bench because he isn't quite right in training. He's not quite 100%. You need a manager where he says, "Look, when you're ready, let me know," and you're in because he trusts him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as I said at the top, who knows what we're in for between now and 11 o'clock. Newcastle United, what might they do? Trippier's in, Wood's in, Bruno Guimaraes is in, Dan Burn is about to be in. Are they going to get Dean Henderson? Are they going to get Matt Targett? All sorts of questions being asked about Newcastle. Expect the unexpected with them, and we're right across the lot. Coming up to 10:15. It's transfer deadline day on talkSPORT. We're with you all morning. Anything that happens out there, we'll bring it to you first and fastest. And Alex Crook, talkSPORT's transfer guru, will be joining us about 12 noon as well. It's busy out there. We're across it. Coming up to 10:15.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.